All right, everybody, come on in, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're getting ready to go live on TikTok. I've got my TikTok over here. You all know it's Friday, so I'm going to be doing the stream on FoodTokTV. But as always, I like to come on here with you all before we start the exclusive stream. So if you see me looking at this camera, it's because I'm supposed to be exclusive on TikTok. But I bring you all behind the scenes. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to go ahead and get my uniform on. Happy Friday. You all will get to see side by side. Is it working? All right, it looks pretty good. I thought it was a little fuzzy. Let's go ahead and get our uniform on. Hello, everybody. Come on in. I found out I have a new apron coming, so this one is always going to be a little bit of a struggle for me. I did include Instagram on the side by side today, so unfortunately for Instagram, you all can see and hear me, but I cannot see your comments. So if anybody wants to engage in the chat, just go to TikTok, and the name of the channel is Food Talk TV, and that is where I will be engaging today. Let's get this on. We're going to be making a vegetarian meal. Goodness, y'all. We're going to be making a vegetarian meal today. Well, really like a side dish. I can't even really call it a meal. So let's get ourselves together. And then we're going to get started. Got a lot of layers going on today. Oh. All right. Oh, I was going to check and see. Maybe we'll get some pizza sauce out, some ranch. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the likes. I think we are ready. This thing right here. So I will start in just a couple of minutes, and then when the stream is over on TikTok, I will come back over here and answer any questions that you all have. So we're going to have fun today. It's going to be like an infomercial. You're going to hear me saying the same thing over and over and over again. But I'm glad that you all are here. Thank you so much for watching, and hope everybody is well. We made it to another Friday. We made it to another Friday. I'm excited about this recipe. I'll show you all once we get started. I have all the ingredients. I should be more prepared. But y'all know how it is. We struggle stream, we struggle cook, and we have fun. Oh, goodness. I'm looking at the video here. All right, everybody. Countdown. Get something to drink. Sit back, relax. Have an adult beverage if you're an adult. And we're going to go ahead and start it up. So thank you all, as always, for watching the content. All right, it's 5 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get it started. All right. Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. It's Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I have a new recipe for you all today. Come on in and tap that screen. We have 0 likes, but I'm sure we got 1 person there who liked the stream. Hello, Tina. Thank you all so much for being here. We are making, what are we making today? We are making easy Parmesan zucchini rings. So this is a recipe that came up in my feed from Hungry Happens. I'm going to show you all this recipe, and then we're going to get started on it. This is actually going to use the whole zucchini, and I'm very excited about it. So if you are vegetarian, today is your day. This could be a great snack or side dish, all right? So make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV. Make sure you tap the screen if you like what I'm doing, and then also you can share the content with anyone else. Today is Vegetarian Day, all right? So let me show you all what we're making today, and then we're going to get right into it. I'm excited. Do you want to lose weight, eat healthy, and save? Do you want to lose weight, eat healthy, and save? Oh, it's kind of bright. One moment. Let me bring it down for you so you can actually see. Lose weight, eat healthy, and save money. Try these crispy zucchini rings. They're low calorie, low carb, and crazy delicious.
Slice up your zucchini and remove the center with an apple core. Toast with olive oil, seasonings, and parmesan and bake until golden. Saute the centers and pulse with oil, lemon, garlic, and seasonings. Now love your life.
All right, you all. So I'm very excited. I don't know if you caught this, but we are going to make these crispy zucchini rings, and then we're going to use the inside of the zucchini for the dip. So we're going to cut them into slices and then core them, put them on a baking sheet with oil and seasonings and Parmesan cheese, but I have a substitute for you, and we're going to bake those. But while it's baking, we're going to make the dip by sauteing the inside of the zucchinis with some other ingredients, and then making a creamy dipping sauce. This would also be really good probably with ranch. It would also be pretty really good with marinara sauce. All right, so come on in. Thank you all for the badges. Thank you for liking. We are at 36 likes. Let's see if we can get to 100. Let's see if we can get to triple digits. Tap the screen, and if you like it, share the content, especially if you know any vegetarians, or as I like to call them, vegetable-tarians. All right, so I'm going to turn on my struggle air conditioning, and we're going to get right into it. Let's go ahead and clean off the counter. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. This recipe and all the recipes are going to be available for you on FoodTokTV.com. All right. Now, I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. Now, this recipe is naturally sugar-free and gluten-free, so I do have a dairy substitute for you all. But again, if you can have the full flavor, please have some for me. Thank you, Bevy, for the badges. Thank you, Ash, for the badges. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're up to 127 likes. Thank you. Let's see if we can get to 200. Tap the screen if you like what you're seeing. And go ahead and share the content with any vegetarians, anybody who's trying to get more vegetables into their diet, maybe picky eaters, kids, anybody. All right. So I've printed out the recipe and I'm going to keep it going right here. So for this recipe, you're going to need a food processor, a cutting board, and you're going to need a knife. So I'm going to go ahead and get our items out here. The recipe calls for 3 medium zucchini, but I have 2 large zucchini. So let me get that out for you. I don't know if we would even call these large. To me, they're pretty massive, but I'm very excited. I like zucchini. I think it's very versatile. If you have extra zucchini lying around, or maybe you have a garden and you've grown some, this could be a great use for that zucchini. Thank you all so much. We're at 300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500. Tap the screen if you like what I'm doing, and then share the content, especially with your vegetarian friends. Thank you, Ash, for the roses. So let's go ahead and give these a wash. I'm very excited. So these are going to give us that crispy, maybe kind of fried, Alexa, set volume to 0, maybe type of fried experience without frying them. Now these zucchinis are kind of large. If you have the small zucchini, I think it works even better because we are going to use the apple core. Hello, Ava. Good evening. Ara, thank you so much for being here. Let's get a cutting board and a knife. So I'm going to put our damp paper towel underneath here to keep our cutting board from slip sliding away. Safety first. So if you've got little ones and you're teaching your kids how to cook, you want to make sure everything is on a secure surface. All right, come on in, everybody. We are making easy Parmesan zucchini rings. All right, we have 600 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 1,000. Tap the screen if you like what I'm doing, and share the content, especially if you have any vegetarian friends. Today is their day. All right, so the recipe says to go ahead and preheat the oven to 400. I'm not, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. Usually I wait, but let's go ahead and preheat the oven. We're going to go ahead and slice one. You could scale this recipe up or down. I think this would be a great like grab and go appetizer, or this would be a good snack for one if you just have one zucchini. All right, so let's make sure. All right, our oven is empty, and we're going to go ahead and put it on 400. So you need an oven for this recipe, but you could probably also do it in the air fryer as well. All right, so now we need a baking sheet, and then she used parchment paper. I have a silicone mat, so that's what we're going to use. All right. So we have a baking sheet here, and I have a silicone mat, or anything non-stick would work. All right, so let's get a knife, and we're going to go ahead and slice this, and then we're going to core it. But we're going to save that core. All right, and what we're going to do with the core, we're actually going to blend the core and make a dipping sauce out of the core. This is what excites me about this recipe. All right, so I'm going to have my food processor, or if you have a little mini chopper off to the side, let's go ahead and get this sliced. Turn on the lights. So the recipe says to go ahead and slice them into thick rounds. Ash says it sounds great. Thank you so much. We're at 1,600 likes, you all. Thank you so much for being here. Come on in. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. And today we are making easy Parmesan zucchini rings. So if you like, to me, Italian flavors, if you like crunchy, salty snacks, if you like pizza flavors, this is going to be, you know, that Italian kind of flavor profile. We got that flavor for your ear. So we're going to just slice our zucchini. You can do so much with zucchini, you all. You can make little single serve pizzas out of them. You could cut them lengthwise and make zucchini boats. That one is massive. You can do burgers. You can grill the zucchinis and make bun and put all your burger toppings inside if you want something low carb. I'm not a doctor, but this could be a great low carb recipe for you all. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Kathy, for the badges. We're at 1,900 likes. Let's see if we can get to, how about 2,500? Today we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. So far all we've done is we have washed and we are slicing our zucchini into thick slices. You could probably do them thin too, and I think they'd be even crispier. All right, let's carefully cut the last one down towards the end. Okay, so we have cut one zucchini. Let's see how this comes along. The recipe calls for 3 medium. I have 2 large. Next, we need an apple core. All right. So I have an apple core here, and we're just gonna go in the middle so that we have our little rings. And you're just gonna press down and pop out the center like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on the baking sheet for now just to see how many I have. Thank you, Mary Lynn, for sharing the live. I appreciate it so much. We're at 2,200 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,500. And again, we're not going to waste our zucchini centers. We're actually going to blend them and make a dipping sauce. Okay, so they're going to go inside the food processor. So I'm just going to continue on. This could be a great recipe for the little ones. Get them in the kitchen with you. If you have smaller zucchini, you have, less surface area and probably a little bit crunchier. But this is fun. I'm excited already. All right, there we go. Mustard Queen wants to see more of the food. Let me push it back so you all can see. Let me know how that goes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue cutting these or taking the center out. So again, if you're just coming in, we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. This is a vegetarian recipe. Oh, wonderful. Glad you can see. This is a vegetarian recipe, and we are taking out the center of the zucchini after we've sliced it kind of thick. Then we're going to save that middle for a dipping sauce. All right. So we're just using an apple core. If you don't have an apple core, you could use a bottle cap, a water bottle cap, anything that will get little rings in there for you. So I'll go ahead and I'll do both of them. I have another one that's pretty big. So again, we're just putting the inside here. It's not going to go to waste. So we're going to get these coated with oil and seasonings, and then the recipe says that they're Parmesan zucchini rings. If you can have dairy, I always say have some for me, but if you need to avoid dairy like me, you could substitute Pecorino Romano. All right, so I have a little bit of both, and I will show you all. So come on in, everybody. We're at 2,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,000. this is what we have so far. All right, about half of the tray. So I'm going to do one more zucchini. I'm going to try and get a full tray. I think these would be a great, I don't know, appetizer or a little salty, crunchy snack. Again, I know sometimes people want vegan recipes. This isn't vegan because we are going to use cheese, but it is a vegetarian recipe. So if you're trying to get more vegetables in your diet, this could be a great option for you. Okay, so we have one zucchini done. I saved all the middles. I've got the tray about halfway full. So I actually have, oh, I got two more big ones. My burger patties. Feel free to share in the chat what else you like to use zucchini for. Zucchini boats, zucchini sliders, zucchini pizzas, so many different options. All right. Thank you, Mary Lynn, for the badges. And you like the tool. I don't know if you all can read. This one is Pampered Chef, but you can use whatever works for you. I do like using that for apples as well. You go right down the core and then it pops it out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut the other zucchini. The recipe calls for 3 medium. I'm going to use 2 large. So we're just going to go ahead and slice this freehand so I can get a full tray. And it says slice them thick. This is thick to me because we like it thick and chunky. But you can do whatever size works for you. I think the thinner that you make them, maybe the crispier they will be. All right, let's move these out of the way. So almost done here. We're going to see if we can get them all. We may not be able to get them all on one tray, but I'm going to try. And if we need to, we'll put a second tray in the oven. But again, you could scale this up or down. All right. So again, come on in, everybody. Tap that screen. We're at 3,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,500. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. So far, all we've done is washed and sliced 2 zucchini, and we're saving the centers to make a dipping sauce. I'm very excited about that. All right, so we're just going to put all of our little rings on the baking tray, and then I'm going to take them up and I'm going to season them. I'll probably season them in a plastic bag. When I get to a stopping point, I will show you all the video again so you can see what we're making. We're going to coat these in seasonings and oil, and then we're going to bake them. And while they're baking, we're going to use the centers to make a dipping sauce. I want to fry these in some oil, batter them up and fry them. Shout out to the South. Come on in, everybody. We're at 3,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 4,000. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. We have 2 large zucchini, or 3 medium, or honestly, whatever you have. And we're just taking out the center. So we have our little rings. And I'm just using an apple core. And I'm going to slide all the centers back in here. Sorry, nothing goes to waste. No zucchini left behind. So let's take out our little donut hole centers. Ash says you love zucchini and squash. Absolutely. And again, I like vegetables too, but if you don't, or if you have picky eaters, this could be a great way to get them to eat more. Okay, so we're going to hold these for now. I'm just going to put them behind me so I don't knock them over. All right, and let's see if we can get all of these on one tray. All right, so I'm going to try and, sorry. Come on in, everybody. Let's see if these will fit. We're going to kind of Jenga our zucchini rings. You know what? I'm gonna stop here, and the others I'm gonna do in the air fryer. So we'll do a batch in the oven, and then we'll save a batch to do in the air fryer just as a test. Okay? So hold the phone on that. We are preheating our oven to 400. So far, all we have is 2 big zucchini sliced and centered. All right, so let me show you all what we're making in case you just came in, since we're at a good stopping point. This is a Hungry Happens recipe, but I'll show you all my substitute.
If you want to lose weight, eat healthy, and save money, try these crispy zucchini rings. They're low calorie, low carb, and crazy delicious. Slice up your zucchini and remove the center with an apple core. Toast with olive oil, seasonings, and parmesan and bake until golden. Saute the centers and pulse with oil, lemon, garlic, and seasonings. Now love your life.
All right, so that's the goal. All right, so I think we have more than she did, but that's okay. So what she did is she put her seasonings on the tray. I'm gonna actually toss them all in a Ziploc bag just to make it easier for me. Okay, our oven is ready, but I'm not. All right, to make it easier, now there are some measurements here. You can measure, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball it. So the seasonings are salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian herb seasoning. I don't have Italian herb seasoning, but I do have some Greek oregano, and I do have some basil. So we'll put that on there. What else is missing in Italian seasoning? All right, and then Parmesan cheese, and I'll show you all my substitute. Then we're gonna put these in the oven. All right, so I've got a whole bag here. So let's go in with the olive oil first. Let's grab that. So I'm gonna just eyeball it, but the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna kind of douse these well. The oil plus the heat is what's gonna give you the crispiness. We're at 4,300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 4,500. Tap the screen if you like what you're seeing, and then share this with any vegetarians. Free says, is it eggplant? No, this is zucchini. All right, so olive oil, salt. Let's go for some salt. I just have kosher salt. You can use whatever salt works for you. I'm gonna season it well. All right, and then I'll seal this up and shake it up. Garlic powder, let's find our garlic powder. And you could probably do anything if you like pizza seasoning. We're here to inspire. All right, so we're going in liberally with the garlic powder. Onion powder. Onion powder. Wheel. All right, I don't see any onion powder. That's okay. We'll skip the onion powder. And then Italian herb blend. So we'll do some basil and we'll do some oregano. All right. All right, so let's do some basil and oregano. Could have sworn I had some onion powder. So this is some Greek oregano that I have. So I'm going to put that in. And then I have some basil leaves. And then the key is Parmesan. Now, let me show you all the substitute that I'm going to use. All right, so the recipe calls for Parmesan. If you can have dairy, then use your Parmesan. We will use some of this, but I like to give you all a substitute. This is Pecorino Romano, and I just have a little bit left. I used this with my eggs earlier today. This gives you the dry, salted cheese experience. So I'm gonna blend the two, and then we're gonna shake, and I'm gonna look for onion powder one more time, or maybe do some everything but the bagel seasoning. Get that nice and coated. And I think I'm going to put just a little bit more olive oil. You could also just do this on the cutting board. We're going to massage it up. What else would you add? Thank you so much, Melissa, for the gifts. We're at 5,300 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. All right. You know what I have that would probably be really good on this is ranch seasoning. All right. All right. So I couldn't find any onion powder, but I did have some everything but the bagel seasoning, and this has some dried onion in it. So we're just gonna put some of this in here, and we're gonna put it on the tray and go ahead and get it into the oven because this needs to cook. Okay, that was a lot. All right. And I'm actually going to taste one, even though it's raw. My mom taught me to taste as you go. As long as nothing in here is going to make you sick. It's just raw zucchini, but we're going to taste for seasoning. Does it need any more salt? Does it need, you would add some pepper, black or white pepper? That sounds yummy. All right, so hopefully you all can see this is what we have on here. I think it looks really good. I'm going to give it a taste. Oh my goodness. It tastes like zucchini fries. I think it's seasoned perfectly. If you want pepper, go ahead and add pepper. So now we're gonna go ahead and put it out on the sheet. Mmm. Mmm. Now remember, your Parmesan cheese has salt in it, so you don't need to over salt it. So this is what we have. I'm gonna put them on the tray in a single layer and then pop these in the oven. All right, so again, if you're just coming in, we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. We had 2 big zucchini that we sliced, and then we used an apple core to take the center out. We've saved the apple core in the blender behind me because we're going to use that to make a dip. Then I just put them in a Ziploc bag with olive oil and then the basic seasonings, salt, pepper, garlic powder. I used everything but the bagel seasoning because I didn't have onion powder. Don't go out and buy spices if you don't need them. And then get creative. Pizza seasoning would be really good with this. Ranch seasoning would be really good with this. Thank you all so much. We're at 6,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. All right. So this is what we have. Ash says, focus, Maggie. They look delicious. I know. Wait till they get like golden brown and caramello. I know that's a candy. Anyway, let me clean my hand. Let's get these in the oven. All right, so let's just check the recipe. All right, she says toss with a little bit more Italian herb blend. You know what I do have? I have some basil, some nice basil. So I just have this chopped basil gourmet. So I'm just gonna put this on top of everything. If you like that pizza kind of flavor. Oh my gosh, it smells incredible. And we don't even have anything on it. Looks seasoned really good. Okay, let's go ahead and get these in the oven. I can't wait to see the final product too. All right, so we've got them seasoned. Put in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. So let's go ahead and get these in the oven. The oven is at 400. All right, so we're gonna put these down. Then we're gonna clean up and make the dipping sauce. All right. It looks so pretty. All right, everybody, let's clean up a little bit. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making easy Parmesan zucchini rings. What we have in the oven is 2 large zucchini that we have cored and we have sliced into thick rings. Then we season them with oil, salt, and whatever seasonings you like, onion powder, garlic powder. I used everything but the everything but the bagel seasoning. And then Parmesan, or if you're dairy free, Pecorino Romano is made from sheep's cheese. Now, when I say dairy free, for me, I have to avoid cow dairy. If you can have cow dairy, that's great. But I have to avoid it. All right. So this is the goal. Now we're going to make the dipping sauce. All right. So if you're with me, we went ahead and cored our raw zucchini. We saved all those cores. We seasoned it. We oiled it. We tossed them. They're so good raw. Wait till they get caramelized. Now we're going to put all the insides in a food processor. We're going to saute them and we're going to make the dipping sauce from the middle of the zucchini. Shut the front door. I am so excited. We haven't even started yet. All right, everybody, come on in. Where is the air fryer recipe, Jackie? I'm just making it up. I am just making it up. But I'll do an air fryer. But let's go ahead and get our dipping sauce kind of ready, or at least while it's sauteing. So we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just winging it, y'all. I am not a professional, and that will be very clear. Jenny says set a timer. Good point. Let's do 20 minutes. That's how I forget stuff, and the next thing you know, our biscuits are burning. All right, so y'all can see them down there. Looks delicious, I know. I'm so excited. This would be a great side dish on pizza night. This could be a great side dish on pasta. You know, if you like a big, thick, chunky salad, you could even like quarter them and put them as a topping on a salad. Doesn't that sound amazing? Oh, all right. So let's go ahead and start with the dipping sauce. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making easy Parmesan zucchini rings. Okay, so now to make the zucchini rings, we're going to put olive oil in a skillet and we're going to cook those rings. So let's get our little stove top and we're going to get a skillet, all right? Surprisingly, it wasn't a lot. So I think a small to medium skillet should be fine. Let me make sure everybody can see. We're at 10,000 likes. Thank you all so much. If you have any vegetarians or vegetarians that would like this recipe, go ahead and share. And the full recipe is at FoodTokTV.com. My recipe and everybody else's. All right. So these are all the centers. Don't they look like little marshmallows? These were all the centers of the zucchini that we cored out. So let me get a skillet. All right. So let's go ahead and turn this on medium. And it just says saute them for 3 to 5 minutes until they're tender. So let's get our olive oil. Or you could use any oil of your choice, but a good quality oil always goes a long way. Unless says it looks delicious, I agree. So this is low carb. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, this could be a good snack for you. If you miss like the crispy crunch, the Parmesan cheese is going to give you a little bit of that crunch without, you know, the carbs. All right, so let's read ahead and see what we need to do. We're going to saute the zucchini centers only for 3 to 5 minutes and then remove them from the pan, and then they're going to go back into the food processor, all right? Now we need to add lemon. Do I have lemon? I do have lemon. Lemon, milk, garlic, onion powder, salt, pepper, and puree it all together. All right, so we need a half a lemon. All right, you are in luck. We have a whole lemon, a whole bunch of lemons. All right, we need, what else is gonna go into the dipping sauce? We need milk. Should I do almond milk? That would be my substitute, or I do have regular milk. The first time I make a recipe, I always like to make it the way the recipe creator has it, and then add my substitutes a second time. I think our oil is kind of warm. Let's put our zucchini centers in here. And we'll let these saute. If you're team regular milk, do the milk emoji. If you're team nut milk, then do the nut emoji. I'll get both out. All right, if you want a dairy-free dipping sauce, then you can do almond milk. And let those saute. I'm gonna get some regular milk. If you like the full cream, you could do regular milk. GK says you haven't seen me in forever. I'm here with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. I'm going to miss you next week. I'm traveling again, but FoodTokTV has different live cooking content every day of the week. So there's always somebody cooking here. And it's actually the longest running live cooking show on TikTok. We're at 11,000 likes, you all. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can get to 12,000. See, I tried to be fancy and I lost some. Hold on. We don't waste over here. The heat will take care of it. You'll be all right. All right, lemon, milk. We need 1 clove of garlic. And I don't have any fresh, but I do have 1 sad clove of garlic in the jar. I think they call this garlic, so we're gonna do that. Onion powder, which I didn't have, so we'll probably use some more everything but the bagel seasoning. Salt and pepper. And you can make this however you like. If you want spicy, add some heat to it. And then we're gonna blend. All right, it looks pretty good. I just want them all to be about the same color. I know. It says fork tender, so let's get a fork, and we just want to be able to like pierce them. Jungle wants nut butter. Ah, I know. Joan, I'm sorry, the sound isn't working for you. We're gonna turn this off in just a moment. We are at 12,000 likes, you all. Thank you so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. They're in the oven, baking up at 400, and we're gonna make a dipping sauce from the centers that we cut out. All right, so it says fork tender. The ones that haven't gotten the skillet, oh my gosh, y'all. Talk about fork tender. I'm just gonna turn these over. I think I'm gonna turn it off, y'all. I just want a little bit of color on all of them. Let me use 2 forks. The center of the zucchini has a lot of moisture in it, so a little bit goes a long way. And I just want to get some heat on both sides. I'm touching with my fork, and literally they're just melting into the fork. I am so excited. Now, we didn't season this. This is just plain. I would have seasoned it, but this is our dipping sauce. We seasoned our zucchini really well. So we're just gonna get a little bit of color on here. I'll leave it for just a moment. Then we're gonna put them in the food processor. Oh my gosh, look at that. We're gonna puree them, all right? Cleo can hear well? Okay, thank you. You all can see, we're gonna try and get all of them that nice little color. But I'm greedy and I can't wait. So let's see if we can, there's a little one here. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see this. Like, look, talk about fork tender. It's just giving it up. All right, let's give it a taste. No seasoning, but let's just taste for texture. Y'all, it completely just melts. It's almost buttery. I'm gonna put like a little bit of salt. How can I describe it? I don't know how to describe it. It's just, the texture is wonderful. And vegetables, when you add heat to them, they have like a natural sweetness that's released. It's so good. Let's go in for one more taste. Greedy. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can't really see. You could see the color. I would just eat this. Simple and so good. Thank you for sharing the live, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are making Parmesan zucchini rings, and now we're going to make the dipping sauce. Or I think what we'll do, we'll put everything in the blender. We've got about 11 minutes. 11 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. We've got 11 minutes on the zucchini. So I'm just going to put everything in the blender, but I won't pulse it. We're going to go ahead and move on to our air fryer version, but we'll get our dipping sauce prepped, okay? So now we're done with the skillet. We're going to put all of our ingredients in the food processor and just let it sit for a second. Just so we're ready. All right. So now we have our food processor. We have our softened zucchini centers. This doesn't really seem like a lot for all that zucchini that's in there. Did I get all of them? Did somebody eat my zucchini? They look like mini potatoes. I know they're so good. We're almost at 15,000 likes, y'all. Thank you. All right. Let's get a spatula. And we're going to put these directly in. I just salted them a little bit. We're going to put these directly into the food processor. No vegetable left behind. This is a great way. And you know what? You could use this dipping sauce probably for anything. I'm thinking breadsticks, pizza rolls. That's how my mind goes. All right. So we'll wash that later. So far, just olive oil and salt. Okay. So now, let's make our dipping sauce. Okay. So now for this, I will measure at least at first, and then we'll pulse it when we're ready. So we have the centers of our zucchini, and now it says a teaspoon of olive oil. All right. So you can use whatever olive oil that you have. So we're going to put in a teaspoon. All right. And then next we need a half of a lemon squeezed. So I have a big bowl of lemons. I couldn't decide, you all. I have so much citrus in there. I wanted to do the Brazilian lemonade that's going viral. Maybe next time. Let's go ahead and get one of these lemons. We're going to cut it in half and we're going to juice it directly into our zucchini. Give it a little rub down. Get those juices flowing, and then I'll wash it. We'll cut it in half and we'll squeeze it. All right, we're at 16,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if you can tap the screen, and if you have any vegetarian friends, this is a great recipe to share. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right. All right. So for our dipping sauce, we're going to do a half a lemon. If you don't have a whole lemon or an actual lemon, you could do, the lemon, the squeezable lemon. But, fresh is best if you can get it. Y'all know I make shortcuts all the time. Just use what you have. I just happen to have some actual lemon. So we're going to cut this crossways. All right. We have a beautiful lemon here for you. Thank you so much for the hearts, Laura. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Norma, for the hearts. We're at almost 17,000 likes, you all. Thank you so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making Parmesan crusted zucchini rings. Let's get our squeezer. It smells so good. I'm looking at the zucchini in there, and they're starting to get the little sweat beads, the moisture is coming up. So I'm excited. All right, so let's go ahead and squeeze our half a lemon directly into this. I'm not strong. Oh, there we go. We are going to make a dipping sauce from the center of the zucchini. All right. Don't waste this. Whenever I squeeze half of a lemon, then I'll put the whole half, squeeze like this, into a pitcher and just keep refilling it with water or tea or whatever you like, and keep drinking on that, all right? So you don't have to waste. So we have half of a lemon. All right. Next, for the dipping sauce, a tablespoon of milk. I want to do the regular milk. Just a splash, just a little bit today. Just a little bit, all right? Just a little bit of milk. Not a whole cup, not a whole lot. Hopefully that's okay. Oh, let's see. My measuring cups are. I think this is a tablespoon. All right, this is a tablespoon. Let's wash it off. So if you wanted to make this sauce, dipping sauce, dairy-free, use almond milk. If you wanted a little creamier, we're going to use regular milk. This is 2%. All right. So we're going to go in with the milk, just enough to get it to blend smoothly. Cleo says hurricane milk. Yeah, you know what? I like buying these type of shelf-stable milks And none of this is sponsored, but I'm just sharing with you all. Marcus is now at boot camp. And so having the boys not here all the time, I hate to buy the refrigerator milk or any of that stuff and it goes bad. So I buy these type of shelf stable milks, which is real milk. You don't have to refrigerate it until you open it. So this is what works for me. If you got a growing family, y'all know you probably go through a gallon of milk like nothing. I've been there, but those days are over for me. All right. So we have a tablespoon of milk, 1 clove of garlic. Now I wonder, does she just put the whole garlic clove in? Let's watch and see. Or does she grate it? So we've got our centers. Oh, she used the garlic paste. Did you all see that? So I feel so much better now. We're just going to use the garlic. I have 1 little struggle garlic clove left. Actually, there's 2 in there. If you like it extra garlicky, you could do both. I want the big one. I'm gonna do 1. Oh, it smells so good. I'm just gonna put it in there. She used garlic paste. What else do we need in here? Onion powder, which I don't have, so I'm gonna use everything but the bagel seasoning because this has got onion spices in it. We also use this on the zucchini. So a great way, save some of the ingredients as a garnish, save some of them we're going to use this as a dipping sauce. This is what we have so far. Onion powder and then salt and pepper. So we did a little bit of salt already when it was in the pan, so I'm going to skip the salt and we're just going to add some pepper. And then I will go ahead and get our air fryer version in, and then we'll blend this when it's time to serve. All right. So hold the phone. We're going to puree this and see what we get for a dipping sauce. GK says, add the other. Add the other what, please? Let me know. Cleo lives in South Florida. Shout out to you. I am in Atlanta. All right. Got the pepper in the air. All right. So let's press pause on this. It's still nice and warm from the zucchini. And let's do our air fryer zucchini. All right. So we're going to repeat the same process. Let's move over everything. So I have the air fryer tray here. I'll use the other hurricane milk, the almond milk. If we need to thin it out, we will. So I'm going to put a parchment sheet on here. I have an air fryer liner. All right, these little struggle liners that you can get at the dollar store or online Amazon. I'm just going to put a little bit of that olive oil here. And then it'll kind of hold it down like a glue. I'm going to go ahead and preheat the air fryer to 400. I usually don't preheat, but let's try and do apples to apples or zucchini to zucchini. All right. So we're going to place them on here, and I'm going to get a Ziploc bag, and we're going to do the same thing. We had some zucchini rings. Excuse me. Ooh, GK says add the other garlic. I know. All right. Let's see how it tastes, and then we could absolutely add some more. So these zucchini rings did not fit on the tray that's in the oven. Y'all can see it's in there doing its thing. So it didn't fit in there. So we're going to do an air fryer version. If you don't have access to an oven, or it's summertime, if you don't want to heat up the house, let's see how these turn out. All right. So same thing. I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to season with some olive oil. Thank you so much for the gifts, GK. We are at 20,000 likes, you all. Thank you so much. If you know any vegetarians, go ahead and share this recipe with them. A little bit of olive oil. And then I'm going to use oregano. I think ranch or pizza seasoning could be really good. This could be a great activity for the kids. This is Greek oregano. You could cut up the zucchini and then give everybody their own little bag and let them do their own little custom seasonings. Gets kids comfortable with customizing their food, and they're more likely to eat it. All right, so we're going to do some garlic powder. All the measurements on FoodTokTV.com. I'm just measuring or not measuring. So we got some basil. We'll do a little bit of this. I have some extra basil. Let's do some everything but the bagel seasoning. Did we already do this? I don't think so. All right. And a little bit of salt because we didn't do any salt over here. Thank you all so much. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making Parmesan. That's the ingredient that we need. Parmesan zucchini rings. All right, so this is what we have so far. If you're doing dairy, then you can do Parmesan, or your substitute for Parmesan, if you still want a dry, salty, aged cheese, is Pecorino Romano. It's made with sheep's milk, and if you have to avoid dairy like I'm supposed to, that could be a great substitute for you. That's why I'm your substitute teacher. All right. They're kind of sizzling, but not all the way done. I'm going to give it like 5 more minutes, and I'll bring it out for you all to see. Let's get these lines in the air fryer. All right. Let's do 5 more minutes. And some Parmesan. And then we will pulse. I'm just going to put this big old chunk of Parmesan in here. And you can get these type of cheeses, the fresh grated Parmesan and the Pecorino Romano. You're not going to find them in the grocery store in the back where the like Kraft cheeses are. They're going to be up in the front closer to the deli. All right. So that's where you're going to find these more fresh cheeses. So we're just going to seal this Ziploc bag and massage well, get everything nice and coated. And we're going to put them on the tray here and go in the air fryer. You can also do this directly on the tray. These are a little bit extra cheesy. I'm excited. We're at 21,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 22,000. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and these are Parmesan zucchini rings. I feel like it needs a little bit more seasoning. Let's see how these look. They're going to look a little bit, I think they look pretty good. Yeah. Take a little bite. I'm going to put, I did extra cheese, so I'm just going to do a little bit more everything but the bagel seasoning and oregano and some basil. If you like them really cheesy, then you'll love this. The other ones, they were good. I think a good balance. I got kind of greedy on these. All right, so this is our air fryer version. Let's do some everything but the bagel seasoning. And let's also do some extra oregano. And then we'll also do some basil. Just give it a little bit more spice to stand up to the cheese. All right. Oh, this basil smells incredible. All right, so these are going to go in the air fryer also at 400 and maybe not 20 minutes since it's so small. We'll put them in the middle. Put them down just a little bit so we can see and turn on the light. Okay, let's take a look at what we have in the oven. Let's see how these are going, and then we need to make our dipping sauce and get ready to plate. They look good, but honestly, my zucchini was a lot bigger than hers. If you notice, hers is smaller, and it browned up really nicely. I'm gonna take it out so you all can see, but I think mine needs at least 5 or 7 more minutes. We can clean up and make the dipping sauce. So this is the goal, but look at how like brown and crusty hers are. Let me show you all what I have. I got something I wanna use. So hopefully you can see them, but we had a lot more flesh on ours. So let's get them out. So you can see. Woo! I can't see, I'm blind. Yeah, we need a little bit more time. Y'all can see they're starting, but I want them to go even crispier, all right? So let's keep going. put them back in. All right. So I want our zucchini to crisp up a little more. Let's clean off the counter here and let's go ahead and pulse our dipping sauce so we can give that a taste and see if it needs anything extra, all right? So we'll just move all this out of the way. But they tasted really good. If you, Joe says, hurry up, fast forward. I know. If you like yours a little bit tender, a little bit soft, you could stop them now because they tasted really good. And I took a bite of it raw. It tastes really, really good, seasoned well. But yeah, everybody says more time. Let's get them crispy, right? The oven is at 400. Maybe we need 425. We'll check them in about 5 minutes. I want to get that nice little golden brown. So the oil plus the cheese is going to give you that crispiness that we want. All right, so let's move everything. We're going to wipe this up and start on our dipping sauce. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are making Parmesan zucchini rings. You can share this with anybody who is a vegetarian. I like to call them vegetable-tarians. This is a great snack. This is a great side dish. If the kids were here, I'm sure it's a nice little finger food you could enjoy. Someone had a question about what kind of air fryer this is. This is a Power XL and it came from Walmart. I do like this air fryer because it has the glass door you can see through and it has, how do you say, the different like shelves like an oven. So with an air fryer, it's basically an oven with a fan and the heat source is at the top. Unlike an oven where the heat source is at the bottom unless you're broiling. And so the closer you are to the top, the faster your food is going to brown. And maybe you want that, maybe you don't. How are these looking? All right. They're doing their thing. Let's move our lemon out of the way. Let's just wipe down the counter and get ready for our dipping sauce, all right? Everybody's ready? I know, save some. Come on in, everybody. We're at 22,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 23,000. Tap the screen if you like what you're seeing and share it with a vegetarian that you know. All right? So, yes, yes, yes. Low carb, tasty, hopefully crunchy. If you really want them crunchy, you could deep fry them. But I'm in the South, we deep fry everything. So we're gonna give a healthier option today, all right? Thank you all so much for sharing and for following. Make sure you're subscribed to FoodTokTV. There's live cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. All right. So now we're gonna make our dipping sauce. I want to have 3 different dipping sauces. I want a ranch dipping sauce, I want a pizza dipping sauce, and then we're gonna make this, what do we want to call this dipping sauce? Zucchini sauce? All right, so again, we're gonna pulse the centers of the zucchini and we put our spices in there and some milk, olive oil, and some seasonings, and then we're gonna blend it up and see how it tastes on its own, all right? Let's give that a try. All right, so that it's not too loud, I am gonna mute the TikTok, but we just need to pulse this until we get like a dippable sauce. It won't be long at all right? So while I'm blending this, why don't you put in the chat what kind of dipping sauce you would want to eat these zucchini rings with, all right? Let's see if we can figure this out so I don't mess it up. There's gotta be a mute somewhere. I don't want y'all to have to hear. I don't know where it is. All right, you're just gonna have to bear with me. Won't take long. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna get a little spoon. I'm gonna look at her dipping sauce. I guess so. Let's taste it. All right. So if we look at the texture, I was looking at it, it's kind of like a little bit watery. I guess you could do maybe heavy cream if you want it creamier, but let's taste it. Y'all, this doesn't look like it's good. It is so good. It tastes like, it's the lemon. What does it taste like? If you like vegetable soup, there's a texture there. Like, what is it? There's a texture that I'm going for. But like if you like an okra, I know some people don't like okra, but it's like okra texture without the slime. So it's got that like really like just, oh my God, it's so good. It's salty, it's garlicky. And then it finishes with like a burst of lemon. It is so good. All right, how are we doing here? They're coming along. All right, I saw someone said pizza sauce, so I'm gonna get a marinara out. Let's get 3 different dipping containers of pizza sauce. Do I have ranch? I don't know if I have ranch. All right, I have one little lump in there. I'm gonna blend it just one more second. Get me a breadstick. Okay, that wouldn't be low carb or gluten free. Okay, 10 out of 10. I didn't know what to expect. Marinara? Yeah, I got you. Okay, let's get some. How are these looking? Okay, coming along. All right, I wanted to get these so we look like we know what we're doing. Yes, 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 Miss Cleo. It's really good. I can't explain it. You know what it is? Because we caramelized the zucchini in the pan with a little bit of oil and got it fork tender. When I tell you it just melts, it just melts. Thank you all for the hearts. We're at 24,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 25,000. Just gonna rinse this. 10 out of 10. And yeah, you could do this with squash. I'm going to just garnish it with a little bit of like basil because the presentation is not great. Like it just looks like mush because it kind of is. But when I tell you this right here, I would drink it. All right, let's get all of this. Get it all out. Team Greedy. Y'all know what it is. All right. And just, you could do a little bit of parsley. Since we have basil here, I'm just gonna put a little bit of basil on it, just so it comes alive a little bit, because it's looking kind of sad. All right, so we have a little something going on. So dipping sauce number 1, that's our zucchini sauce. Zucchini milk, lemon, some seasonings, and the key was the sauteed center of that zucchini. Speaking of zucchini, how are we doing? They're good, but you know what? I think because my zucchini was so big, hers were smaller, and so the ratio of flesh, zucchini flesh or meat, I don't know what it's called, but see how small hers are? I think less surface area, hers crisped up a lot faster. You will be all right, all right? Let's rinse this out. Let's get some pizza sauce. If you have leftover spaghetti sauce or a really good marinara, oh my God. All right, Mom says clean as you go, so we're just rinsing our blender. Have a little dipping station. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. And it's guilt-free because it's just veggies. Ash says turn up the temperature. Ooh, GK says some pepper flakes. We're at 24,500 likes. Let's see if we can get 500 more likes. I agree with you. 45 more seconds and we'll turn the temperature up. We'll do 425 and then we'll check on the ones in the air fryer. Let's see if I have a pizza sauce or marinara already open. All right, I do have a pizza sauce. You know what would be really good? Alfredo. Not gonna do it. See, this is how we get started. this one right here, or I have some rows. I know. All right, let's take a look at how it looks now. And if not, we'll just do like 425 for like 5 minutes. I still want a little bit more brown. Let me show y'all. Ooh, we're starting to get some brown. All right, we're starting to get some brown. I think it's gonna be okay. Maybe I should have put these on a rack. Smells really, really good. We'll do 425 while we're getting the dipping sauces out. All right. All right. So we've got pasta sauce and pizza sauce. I think pizza sauce is thicker, so it doesn't like run all over. We're gonna give it a taste. This is my favorite here. Turn on the broiler. That's a good idea. We could turn on the broiler too. Put them up top and put on the broiler. How's the air fryer coming along? Those are looking good. Ooh, we could do pizza sauce and we could put a little bit of that Parmesan on top. It's good. It's not bad. It has a little bit of a tomato paste kind of thickness that I'm not loving, but we'll do some. So you can see the pizza sauce is a little bit heavy. We'll put some Parmesan on it. Then I'm gonna open this one, some pasta sauce. Good stuff. Uh-oh. See, this one is, oops. See the difference? All right, let's give that a taste. And then I think we're ready to start plating. We may just have to call it. They may not brown all the way, I think because they're bigger, or we could try the broiler. Oh my gosh, y'all, we're at 50,000 likes. If we get to 50,000 likes, thank you all so much. 50,000? All right, let's give this one a taste. All right, I love this stuff. It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it. All right, so let's do this. Let's garnish it up a little bit so our pictures look really nice. So we're gonna do a little bit of basil and we'll do some Parmesan. You could do ranch, you could do whatever you like. And I'm gonna put some Parmesan or Pecorino Romano. Use your spices liberally. Don't be afraid to season your food, especially if you're trying to cut back and eat lighter. The key to enjoying healthy food is that it has to taste really good. All right, so we're just gonna get a little bit of the grated Parmesan. Pecorino Romano, put a little bit on here. That's more than a little bit. And a little bit on here. All right, let's check and see how the ones are doing in the air fryer. Y'all, these look good. You want some pepper flakes? Absolutely. You want some heat? Okay, I got your pepper flakes. All right. Thank you for the ice cream cones. I'm so excited. GK says, pour some of the garlic juice in the pizza sauce. Air fryer for the win. I think because we had less, so we're gonna take these off and we're gonna plate them and I'll taste these. And then we're just gonna call it on the ones in the oven. Someone says turn on the broiler. Okay, I'll turn on the broiler in the oven. Okay, so we're gonna move them up to the top. Woo! Y'all, I'm blind. It got me. All right. We get a little bit more brown in the oven. I'm gonna put them up on the top and do the broiler. Oh, I turned on the broiler. Let's go ahead and get these plated, get them off here. I'm so excited. Oh, turn off the air fryer. Hold up. I'm so happy. Oh, God. All right. Okay. We're going to plate it nice so that it looks good. You have your dipping sauces here. Let's get our air fryer special. Let me see. Let me get a spatula. Oh. All right, so we're gonna, one of them I took a bite out of for research purposes, okay? We'll put this one at the bottom. All right. I would probably put them on a wire rack, or maybe if you had smaller zucchini. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm about to sit down and jump. I'm about to jump in there. Timer on the broiler. Oh, Lord. See? Stressing me out. Okay. Y'all, they are bubbling and brown. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let's get these off. Focus. I can only do one thing at a time. Okay. Okay. All right. Almost done. All right. Oh my mercy. Y'all. Okay. This is the air fryer special. All right. Let me show you what we got. All right. I'm all nervous. All right. Don't look at the one in the back. I took a bite out of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. This is what we got. And our dipping sauces. Let's see how we're looking here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of these, and then we'll take out the other ones, and then we'll be done. Okay. Don't look at the bite in the back. You're doing the air fryer tomorrow? I know. We got pizza sauce, zucchini sauce, and pasta sauce, marinara sauce. Lord. Oh. All right, let me get one of just the zucchini. Let's put the bite mark in the back. If you have kids, you know how all of a sudden you see something. I'm gonna angle it in the picture so you can't see that. Take a bite out of it. Okay, and then one. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to clip it or crop it. I'm old. We'll figure it out. All right, y'all. And then the quick video. All right, so we have our zucchini rings with olive oil, everything but the bagel seasoning, onion powder, we have basil, and we have 3 options for dipping sauces. All right, y'all. We are going to get the one out of the oven, and it is what it is. All right. I tried my best. Just go with small zucchini. I'm just taking lots of photos because once I get in here, I can't promise you nothing. I'm about to eat this whole tray, and it's 2 zucchini. All right. So this was the goal. All right. Let's get the other one out. Let's move this. Please don't be burnt. Please don't be burnt. Off. Y'all, it's alive. Oh my God, it's alive. I'm scared. Ah. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Broiler. I'm scared. Oh, it's alive. Can you hear it? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? Okay, 425 and then the broiler. I think we got it. Oh. All right, let's see if I can I plate these quickly? Oh. And then we'll do a taste test. Are you team oven or your team air fryer? I gave you all 2 options. Oh my gosh. It looks beautiful and golden and oh, she just picked them up and like tossed them down. I guess, should I not touch them? Let me not touch them. All right. I'm excited. All right. I'm just going to put them on the tray. I like the neater ones better. Oh yeah, the smaller ones crisp up nicely. Looks good. I would probably leave them on the tray so they can keep that heat. I'm getting a little sloppy here, but we'll try both versions. Oh my goodness. Bring on the ranch, drizzle, whatever you like. Y'all would eat this. You don't like vegetables? You do today. I promise you, you would eat these vegetables. Looks good. Thank you, Trini, for the hearts. Looks delicious. Thank you, everybody. Your team air fryer? Absolutely. Okay. Let's go in. Since I was greedy, let me just take one more picture. Since I was greedy, I'm going to take the one that I took a bite out of. You know how the kids take something and then put it back? You touched it. That's yours right there. Don't be going in there doing extra stuff. You know you touched it. Oh my gosh. All right, so lots of pictures. And let's do one with the flash. And then we're going to do a quick video and we're going to taste. Because Lord knows I am ready. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. All right, let's go. I'm tired of talking to y'all. I'm going to start with hers. This is the zucchini sauce, and we're going to get the air fryer one. We're going to dip it in here. Oh my gosh. And don't double dip. Since I'm not sharing, proper etiquette is I can reuse this. If you're sharing with others, pour some on your plate. All right, let's go. It's the lemon. Y'all, it's sweet. It is so, like, I can't even like explain to you. Like, it is just, it falls apart. When I tell you the lemon in this zucchini dipping sauce. All right, that was zucchini sauce. Let's go in with the pizza sauce. Oh, yeah. You know you want some. Greedy. It's good, but it tastes almost like kid food, like cheese sticks and marinara, because that zucchini sauce is so sophisticated. 10 out of 10. I'm giving this like an 8 out of 10. I think kids would like this. It's got a little bit more sweet to it. One more air fryer, and then we're going to go in for the oven. And then pizza sauce with a little bit of basil and a little bit of parmesan. I think thicker is better. I dropped some. Oh, I was wrong. The pizza sauce, that tomato paste really stands up to that creaminess in the zucchini. 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Pizza sauce, marinara sauce, 8 out of 10. Team air fryer. Oh, did I try one plain? Why would I? Oh, mama. As soon as you bite into it, when I tell you, it just dissolves. Y'all would eat this. I don't know what happened to the rest of them. All right. God, it's so good. Let's go in with the oven. zucchini rings. Where do I want to go first? Can you imagine you eat this whole thing and it's just one zucchini? It is so good. If you're missing pizza flavors, if you're missing like I don't know how to explain it. Okay, let's go in with the sauce. The zucchini sauce. This has got like a little finish of lemon. I think my knees just buckled. I want to cry. Y'all, I think because these were in the oven longer, they have like a, if you like roasted vegetables, yes, you heard a little crunch. There's a little crunch on there. Now, my zucchini was really big. If you have the smaller ones, I'm telling you, it's got like a little hint of smokiness, garlic parmesan dressing. Oh my gosh, so I'm telling you, let's try with the pizza sauce. Y'all, I'm having a blast today. Okay, let's go. Just see how it's just like, you know how onion rings just get like, they just dissolve on you? Let's go in with the pizza sauce. Ooh, it's hot. I think that's the thing, the hotness of. I better stop. One more. 10.5 out of 10. I'm telling you all, don't sleep on these zucchini rings. Yeah, you could tell the difference. The bigger zucchini is going to be like soggier. The smaller zucchini is going to hold its structure. Let's get in there. Last one. Honestly, marinara sauce is good, but it's light. It doesn't coat it well. You want like a thick sauce that's going to hold up to it. I'm telling you, y'all, these zucchini parmesan rings, we did it. With this zucchini sauce, I dropped some marinara on there. So this was the goal. And this is what we made. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. You can catch me on all platforms. I'm going to miss you next week. I'll be traveling. If you like my travel content, just find me on your favorite platform. I will be going to St. Louis. So I'll be in St. Louis, Missouri. Last call for our coach, for our class that starts tomorrow. Everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. If you want some relationship content, you can find me there. All right, everybody, go make this. You will like it. All right, thank you. Yes, and the recipe is on FoodTokTV.com. Thank you all for the 50,000 likes. Share this recipe with your vegetarian friends. Believe me, they will eat this and not feel like they are missing out. All right. Thank you all for the hearts. All right. All right, over here. Cynthia's going to watch the replay. Thank you so much, y'all. This is so good. Hold on. One more. Oh, my word. This zucchini sauce. It's like butter. It just melts. It's so good. All right. I know Tracy says eat the whole thing. Y'all, I'm telling you, eat the whole thing and don't feel bad. It's 2 zucchini. Oh, one squash is a whole meal. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you so much. You found me. I hope not. Y'all, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah, so just the broil. Blend the pizza and the pasta sauce. Yeah, absolutely. You could, but honestly, the pizza sauce, the thicker sauce, this holds up really well. This is good for kids. I was wrong, y'all. That pizza sauce is great. Oh, air fryer was really good, but I think the oven, if you have patience for the oven, excuse me, we'll just go ahead and put those in because I'm going to eat them. So good, everybody. You love okra? Yeah, it's got that okra texture. Tracy's here for the finished product. Yeah, we made it. Hello, Trisha's here. Hello, Bonnie's here. You got lemon skins. Absolutely. On the side for burgers, tuna salad, so many things you could do with this, y'all. Put this out, and people who don't eat vegetables would eat this. You love white pepper. Oh, someone said chili flake. I forgot. Oh. But you know what? Again, you could dress them up however you like. If you want a little bit of heat, we'll put some chili flake on this. It's so good. It's just so good. A little bit of heat. Oh, it's yummy. Yes, cayenne, whatever you want. Garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, salt, and thyme would be good. You don't like rancho? You could do whatever you like. Whatever dipping sauce that you like. Zucchini chips, absolutely. All right, everybody. I think we got you all. Sabrina says it looks amazing. Thank you, darling. So let me make sure you all can see. These are our zucchini parmesan rings. We did that wrong. The only thing is, I think because mine are bigger, they just have a lot more flesh going on than the smaller ones. And I don't know which one you like. These seem to hold their structure better, but I'm telling you, delicious. I'm gonna pack them up, and then you could reheat these in the air fryer. But this dipping sauce, this zucchini dipping sauce, saving the centers and blending them with some spices, a splash of milk. You could do half of the milk, honestly. And then that squeeze of lemon, 10 out of 10. All right. So again, last call for the which one is tomorrow? Protect Your Home course. So ladies, if you're not sure if the people in your circle want you to win or not, unfortunately, not everybody wants the best for your relationship. So we're going to teach you how to know if compliments are actual compliments and friends are actual friends. Oh my gosh, this apron, y'all. Or did I do that over here fooling about? If you have people who always have an opinion about how you move in your relationship, this would be a great course for you. Go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. The code is HOME, and we start tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's a 4-week course that we start tomorrow. If you ever wanted to take a private class with Lucy and me, you're going to do this one? Absolutely. You all know the travel stuff is coming up. If you want to cruise with us, you can cruise with us in November. That's also at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. If you want to go to Ghana with me, that's in December. Also at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. So much good stuff coming up. Not that one. Where's the Ghana one? There it is. So much good stuff coming up, you all. So I'm going to go ahead and pack this up. I think Mr. President's coming over, so I'm going to have to make some popcorn or something for him. But I will see you all tomorrow. Lucy and I will do our final reaction video tomorrow, and then we will switch it up and do something else. So if you want relationship content, that's going to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, Saturday. If you want more cooking content, I'll see you all Monday on Cooking with Aisha. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.